Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Final Show Films. I am Sen, your executive producer here. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I particularly want to thank our $20 tier supporters over on our Patreon page at patreon.com/FSFilms. Those being Jerry Alexander and L, without whom we won't do nearly as much as we do now. So thank you very much for your support over the years. And those of you that are watching live, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. And we're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Exandria Rising. I am Sen, your game master for the evening, and I have once again 3 monitors. My power is absolute. And I'm joined this week by Shawnee.
Hi, I am Shawnee or William, and I'm playing Najka, the Orcish craftswoman.
And Holly.
I'm Holly. I am playing the completely mentally stable Davina. She is a sulky folk mystic.
And Drevian.
I'm Drevian. We're not psychoanalyzing serial killers at the moment.
The fuck we're not.
And I'm playing Tenebris, a Gerbean cultist witch warlock thing.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Elafir Gilrick, who is a Water Genasi investigator, and I forgot Gary Ridgway, the Green River Killer, also had severe mommy issues.
Well, there you go. We will not be joined this week by Craig or Jack. I think we might also be missing Craig next week as well. But what we're not missing is the fact that trans rights, human rights, and Black Lives Matter,
and mental health problems.
And there are so many mental health problems. How could we possibly miss those?
Like.
Oh, right. It's worth noting that today is the start of Mental Health Awareness Month.
There you go.
That is.
I would love to be aware of my own mental health, but unfortunately, I'm autistic, and that makes it difficult.
I, on the other hand, am autistic and very aware of my own mental health, and that it's garbage.
So what you're saying is I was definitely intentionally topical.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. That was definitely on purpose.
Yes.
Anyways, when last we left off, Davina was feeling some trust issues.
Nah, she's fine.
So yes, the party rescued Davina from the human traffickers that had acquired her for a steep discount of $0. And
I don't know. What depends what the price of that sedative was.
I mean, when you're a wizard, the sedatives are free.
Become a wizard, free drugs. Let's go.
That's 100% how it works. But yes, they reacquired Davina and rescued her from a bad situation. Dealt with a large crocodilian figure and 2 guards. Found an illusory wizard and his illusory sidekick, and made their way back topside, where they had a couple of different variations of the same conversation with Davina. We ended last week with Davina retiring to her room and marking some things down in her notebook. Could you remind the audience what it was that you wrote down in your notebook, Davina?
Yeah. She wrote Old Cage, Captors, Torchbearers, ? Silos, and Unknown Figure. And then she, on the other side of the paper, wrote New Cage, Captors, Tenebris, Nashka, the Goblins, Ella, and Grouper.
And while you're writing that, could you go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw?
I would be happy to.
I just want to say that somewhere out there in the afterworld, Adele is encouraging Davina to follow through with this
system and universe.
Different system and universe. It doesn't matter. It's all the multiverse.
It's all the multiverse.
She sees it. She understands, and she supports you in this continuing down this path.
Yes,
So
gaslight
Adele.
Gaslight, girl boss yourself to victory.
Adele, in her free time, just watching D&D.
He's just watching D&D live streams.
trying to find inspiration for the next book.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, she did a podcast, wasn't? Or was she a podcast? Was she
Both.
a podcaster or was she the book writer? Both. Okay.
Both.
She did both.
She wrote a book that made her. She wrote a book that gave her some infamy, and she had moved on to podcasting.
With a 15, Davina. As you're
Publishing is dead.
writing in this journal, and you look up, and a familiar figure is sort of standing. Your room has a window, I'm going to say, and that window doesn't really open up onto a ledge or anything, but sort of like visible outside the window, holding a hand up to their lips to signal sort of stealth mission, is Hawk.
Oh.
Who just sort of looks, and the internal latch of the window unlatches and it opens, and he slips in completely quiet and silently.
She will establish a mental link with him then.
Yeah, easy enough. He shares with you that he had to basically turn back around because he got word, or he basically he discovered that there were people hunting him, and he is sort of suspicious of everyone at the moment, and you're basically the only person that he knows he can trust. And so he is letting you know that he's still in town, you specifically.
Okay.
And also just sort of checking in with you to see if you need anything.
She'll ask, where are you located in town? Or where are you staying?
He'll let you know that he's not really staying in any one location because he doesn't know who's following him. He hasn't been able to pick up on that yet. So just to be safe, he's sort of like keeping on the move.
I have to ask also because she is suspicious. Is this real?
As far as you can tell.
Okay. All right.
Was anyone nearby Davina's room? Given that you
I know
I'm
Grouper
beyond.
just
I
returned her
don't
to the
remember
hotel.
where we were.
Grouper stayed near her, is what
Yeah.
I know.
Grouper definitely did. I think Najka was just downstairs.
Yeah, I feel like I was probably in my room. No, wait, my room is your room.
Yeah, you're sharing
it's
Oh,
Davina's
we're
room.
sharing a room.
Yep.
Yeah, no, Ella would be in the room.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, Ella, you don't notice anything.
Okay.
As far
Just
as you
Oh
can
my
tell,
God.
as far
staring
as you
at
can
the
tell, Davina
window.
is just writing in her notebook.
Okay.
It's all in my head.
Davina, you know that Hawk can make people not see him.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
You know that Hawk has the ability to not be seen by people he doesn't wish to be seen by.
See,
So-
okay, as a player
yeah.
character,
So yeah,
what's
Ella,
making me suspicious is the fact that you are not talking as Hawk and you are just describing everything.
that's fair.
That is
I-
what's making me very suspicious right now.
What makes me
Uh,
suspicious is that you never stopped writing in your notebook. You didn't stop to look up at the window, and apparently you didn't notice.
Yeah.
Ella didn't notice the window
Yeah,
opening.
but that could be. See, here's the thing, and here's the brilliance of this kind of problem is that could easily be Hawk just setting up an illusion, but more than likely it's not.
It could also be that I'm just tired and didn't feel like remembering Hawk's voice.
Okay. That also
I
is
doubt.
true.
I doubt
But-
that one specifically, but I also don't doubt that one at the same time. I don't doubt that you are
My
tired. And not
my doubt
remembering.
for that excuse is sin is extra.
Yeah.
I am extra, but I'm also exhausted. And while I do contain multitudes, the multitudes do have to sleep sometimes.
That 100%. I'm just saying, like, that's not my concern. My concern is the whole still writing thing.
Yeah, and Davina,
Right.
as far as you can tell, like Elefira
And the
Elefira
lack
doesn't
of
seem to
window
be
opening.
Elefira doesn't seem to be noticing anything happening. Like she's not reacting to Hawk's presence, which again, Hawk can make himself basically not be seen or detected by people if he doesn't want to be.
Okay.
Oh no, why would I? I'm
d-
not real after all.
Nothing is real.
You're real. You're just a prison now. You've upgraded
Um,
from imaginary to prison.
No, more like prison guard.
There you go.
Like mental construct in your head in the prison.
I think
Prison of
to-
your own mind.
to relate you to her actual prison, I think Ella would be more of like that unknown shadowy figure.
What if this is
Yeah,
all just
that's fair.
you haven't actually? You're
Grouper
still on
would
the
be
operating table.
Silos.
The worst part about that is if she found that out, her immediate response, she wouldn't say it, but her immediate response would be, "See, I'm not the worst. Grouper is."
The way Gruber responded makes me feel like Tenebris would also be a prisoner in this prison.
I mean,
Like the
above-
two that disappeared are now prisoners.
above table. I did make Holly roll a wisdom save first before any of this started happening.
This is
Yes.
100% true.
That's also why I'm questioning things.
It's why I'm about 75% sure that this is just all in your head.
I got a 15, which isn't awful on a wisdom save though. Like that's not failing it.
No, but
I
we're
mean, that
also
depends on
level
DC of the
7
save.
characters.
Yeah,
If
anyway,
the DC was 16, you failed.
What's your save DC just for reference, Holly?
my save DC?
Yeah.
I don't know. What is my save DC?
Look on your character sheet. Look at your spell casting. Make sure int is the set as the modifier.
I will be shocked if
What?
it's not 16.
Wait, I'm sorry, I'm confused. What
Look
am I
on your
looking
spell on your character sheet at your spell
Yeah.
casting section.
There's nothing in my spellcasting.
Make
Hang
sure
on.
that your intelligence modifier at the top is set. And make sure that the spellcasting modifier is set to intelligence.
Thank you. Help me. Oh, gee, there's nothing. Oh, up there. Oh, it's 15.
Okay.
Oh, shut door, please.
Anyways,
Sorry.
but yeah,
Holly struggles with character sheets once again.
It's fine.
we
There's
all
a
do
tab that
eventually.
says spells, you see.
Yeah,
I see now.
good. I'm glad you.
But
see it.
also, like, it's also, I know we've been playing with this character sheet for a little while, but it's still a new character.
Oh no, she's
sheet.
using the 2014 character sheet.
Oh, never mind. You have no excuse. I'm kidding.
How many years have we been doing D&D on this channel with that character sheet?
Well, I'm just gonna leave.
It's what?
Davina stands up and walks out.
Davina walks out.
For real?
No.
Right.
Just
Davina-
flipping the bird to everybody.
Yeah.
Party members, NPCs.
Okay, embracing what is probably an illusion. But she doesn't know that. She will ask him, how can I find you? Or how can I find you?
He
If I need you.
He lets you know that he is going to be basically sort of orbiting your location, as again, you're the only person that he has that he can trust right now. So if you just break off any psionic connection that you have with anyone else and just like sort of shoot a signal out, he should be able to pick it up and connect to you.
Ah, yes. I will definitely be able to
please.
hear you whenever you are not talking
Yeah,
to anyone else.
Yeah.
Please, by all means, isolate yourself further. That's
Oh,
healthy
yeah.
behavior.
Okay, so then just
It's not
we're gonna
it's not
pull
an
the tracer.
isolation. It's she's got her friend Hawk there. That's two people right there. That can't be isolated.
I
by
also
necessity.
definitely can only trust you and not anyone else that I've ever met.
Exactly.
I mean,
Well, okay, fair. He doesn't know a lot of people, so
No,
He's met
that's
all of us, and we have given him no cause to be distrustful.
That is, yeah, he has every reason to cause to distrust anybody that's not him. I will say, in
Yeah.
this
But
imaginary
anybody that's not
character's
him
defense,
includes her.
it's definitely have a connection. I'm just saying, this is like,
what? It could be all in
I'm-
her head, or it could be the ultimate psionic romance story. We'll never know.
I think we'll find out
Or it could be
in the fullness of
um,
time.
it could be a double agent, or I'm gonna tell you my personal guess right now, which is
Silas.
wildly off base and probably wrong, but Silas pretending to be Hawk if he wasn't Hawk the
thought
whole
that.
time,
That was my
proceeding
first
to
thought.
manipulate and isolate you away from anybody you
Ah.
can rely on as the perfect um mental abusers, like,
My
thing.
bomb didn't go off big enough the first time. It's time to start getting hands-on.
See,
Yep.
For those of you watching at home that are concerned about your ability to GM games with political intrigue and things like this, all you have to do is have players that think in that way, and then just introduce
Yes.
something that isn't fully explained, and they'll just take it off for you, and you can just take their ideas.
100%. What you need to do is get a bunch of people who have actually run Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah.
Because they have done the
We-
behind the scenes work
This
that
is
they
where
will
we have
immediately
yeah,
jump to.
Yep.
our
all
brains
of
have
the
to work
worst
that way to run
possibilities.
Vampire.
And then you just take notes and implement your favorite one midway through the storyline.
Or combine them, make small tweaks. It's great.
So
It's Silas. It's 100% Silas.
fully leaning into all of this, because this is what she would do, is she is going to show him her notes.
Yeah, he will sit there and be a bit of a sounding board. Elefera, since you're in the room, give me an insight check real quick.
All right. That role that I am famously good at on this character. Other characters, I'm great at this kind of thing. Let me make sure that I'm not okay. Cool. Yep.
With 11?
You know what?
Good.
You know what? Fuck
Inspiration?
it. Let me spend my last inspiration so I can roll another 6. Because we all know that's what's
I'm
gonna
impressed
happen.
you think you're gonna roll another 6 and not a 1.
Yeah,
No, because
yeah, it could be
it's
one.
usually the same roll.
It's
Well,
fair.
let's find out.
Hey.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
okay.
Much better.
With 24, Olivera.
Did I feel like being called out like that? They had to prove you wrong.
Davina.
They had to gaslight me.
Davina is really suddenly going back over the notes that she's been writing, with a greater intensity, as if something has occurred to her. You're not certain what or what's changed in the past few minutes, but
I'm trying to remember what my state of mind was at the end of last game.
I think it was Najka's gonna fix everything.
That does not sound like Elefira.
No, you had asked Najka to be the one to explain to Elefira or to Davina why this was a bad plan, and that was the extent of your
no.
Najka.
Ella delegated yelling at Davina to Najka because Najka will not yell. Yeah, I will just then walk over. Hey, is you okay? Everything.
Davina, Elefera walks over, starts talking to you. Hawk just in your head lets you know that Elefera can't see him, and he just sort of adjusts slightly so that he's not in any risk of her bumping into him.
Okay.
You seem to be really focused. Do you find something?
No, I'm fine. Just goes back to her notes.
Sweetie, I didn't ask if you were fine. I was asked if you found something.
No, I
That's
didn't
telling,
find
hon.
I'm good. Go to bed. I'm good. I just looking through everything.
Can I get another insight roll here?
you got a 24. You can tell she's not good. Like,
Yeah, okay.
something's bothering her, but you can't like read her mind. Is the
Right.
thing.
No, I'm not expecting
Yeah,
to be able to.
Not yet. If you take some levels of psionic, then you can read her mind.
Mystic's on the table.
Nope.
Tech thoughts a ritual that you can learn as an investigator.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's okay. We'll just
So I
you
hop
should
up on the table. Like not all like hop up to sit on the table.
yeah. Bed, but yeah.
She's going through her, I thought she was at like the desk going through her notes.
No, she's in her bed.
Okay, so I
That's
hop
what I
up
said
on
at
the
the end of
bed.
last session.
Sorry. Fair.
Why are you here?
First of all, because my bed's right over there. This is our
No,
room.
why are you here? Pointing at Ben.
Because you're not okay. And it's okay to not be okay. Talk to me. What's going on?
Davina, give me an insight check.
Okay.
Fucking
That's
great.
either very good or very bad.
Elefira, as usual, is impossible to read for as far as the why she's here. You do notice that Hawk isn't saying anything in your mind or anything like that. He is watching her with that look on his face that's like it looks like he's trying to piece together if Elefira is one of the people that's been shadowing him.
Look, I'm trying to. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, in her head, she will tell Hawk, it's okay, let her see you.
Hawk will, in response, say, I'm not going to do that just in case one of our enemies is piggybacking on her brain.
No, he's an illusion.
We can do that, right?
Of course you can. Perfectly reasonable explanation.
Wait, do what?
No, you must not have gotten that ability yet. We can see through other people's eyes and ears. We'll see and hear through other people's eyes and ears. Or at least I can. And if I can, Silas has someone that can. I'm not necessarily
okay.
I'm not necessarily concerned that someone is stalking me directly. I'm concerned that they're stalking me through the eyes of others. And Davina, that explanation makes perfect sense to you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So look, I don't take this. I'm not trying to make you feel bad because I don't think you need. I don't think. I'm just not thinking at the moment. But regardless, you've been acting a little strange, and that's fine. You've been acting. How about impulsive? That's a good word to use. You're acting more like me, and that worries me.
I'm just being cautious. It's okay.
You're being the opposite of cautious.
No, I'm making sure I'm just making sure that I know what's going on and who I can trust and what I can trust. It'll be fine. That's what this is for. She passed the notebook, which she absolutely will not let you look at.
Right. Is it obvious that you are trying to hide what's in the notebook?
Oh, she turned the page when you came over. Like, you can't see Her big thing is she doesn't
But
want you to see the
with
last
24
page.
with 24, yes.
All right, I will ask you then, Sin, because I don't want to make assumptions here
Mhm.
or met it. Is it fair to say that with everything that was just said and hiding the book and stuff, it would be fair to Ella assume that I need to know who I can trust does not potentially include Ella?
The people that she can or can't trust. Sorry, the question confused me. Are you
Sorry, the
asking if
question
you think
she said I'm trying to figure out who I can trust
yes?
as I hide the book.
Yeah.
The book of what I'm writing and shit like
So yeah,
that.
it's very easy then, yeah, for with your high insight
Okay.
score to tell that yeah, you're one of the people she's trying to figure out if she can trust.
Okay, fair enough. I did not want to assume that.
Yeah.
All right, so bounce it off me. Who are you worried about? You need a sounding board.
No, I'm good. I'm just bouncing off myself right now. I'm okay.
Just saying.
No,
I
Saiyans are a completely different race.
I understand that you want to help. I don't want your help right now. I'm fine.
All right. That's fine. Just know if you want it, you have it.
Mhm.
I get up off the bed. I need a drink and I'm going to head out.
Right? After you leave the door and close it behind you, presumably, are
Yep.
you going to get a drink?
Fuck no. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. Sometimes you do things that are weird.
Are you sitting outside the door?
No, 100% not. I'm going to find the other reasonable person in this party. Snotchka, where are you?
Probably sitting down in the main room of the
All right.
tavern, just working on her next
Well,
project.
fuck. Then yes, I am going to get a drink.
And also to talk to Najka.
And also to talk to Najka. Just the drink is incidental. Yeah, that's where I'm headed, whichever way you want it.
So yeah,
Take
Davina,
the-
as the door closes, Hawk settles back down. It's not that I don't think we can trust Elafira. It's just that I don't know if Elafira has trusted the wrong people. And that's where things sort of get real fucking conspiracy theories, so.
No, I understand. And she would do this just for her own peace of mind.
Mhm.
She will reach out and touch his hand.
Solid.
Okay.
To you.
He's
Yeah.
He's as warm as he was the last time that you met him in person. He's
Mhm.
not a corpse masquerading as a man. Yet. You should always have to add yet, really. He will, seeing the gesture, he will, like, you can tell there's like a bit of a hesitation. He's not sure if you are just testing him or like trying to get him to hold your hand or something. He's got big, like, awkward guy out with a girl, out at a girl's place for the first time energy, you know?
I mean, that is more like the Hawk that she knew, though. So
Yeah, because a
This
figment
help-
of your imagination.
Y-
So the Hawk
yes.
you're seeing
No,
is the Hawk you imagine.
this helps solidify it in her mind.
Or it could be the real thing. Who knows?
It could. I don't know.
I did start using his voice, which was apparently the big key that it was an illusion.
That was
originally,
not
so.
the big key thing. That was.
I'm just fucking with you all at this point.
I know. And I appreciate it.
Okay, so what do we do next?
Okay. Honestly, what was the plan? What was your y'all had a plan? I'm assuming you weren't just gonna stay in Western forever, right?
Yes, tell me all of your plans.
Well, the plan had changed because we discovered that there's a strong possibility, that the escape of all of us was planned.
Yeah, I had thought about that.
And so we were talking about going to find some of the others like us.
Do you have a direction?
No,
Hmm.
not right now. And then I ran off and I got caught and they had to come save me.
Are you
And
all
now I
right?
don't think
You doing okay?
I am fine. I don't think they'll ever let me go though.
I mean, if you wanted to, they couldn't stop you.
Jeremy, sorry, this is fun.
Do you have any leads on where the other psychics are that you could tell me? Clearly, your friend. Also, you can do whatever you want to your friends. They can't stop you.
If I
He
leave,
didn't say whatever you want to your friends. Just that if you wanted to go, they couldn't stop you.
You're correct, but the clear implication is there.
if I leave though, they're just gonna chase after me again. And then they could get hurt, and then that would be my fault.
Mm. That's pretty heavy. Well,
Unless you tell them that you need to leave and be on your own for a while, but that would be the logical thing to do.
I assume they know that I was heading towards Amon. I'm gonna guess they're planning on following me first
Yeah.
as the only solid lead.
There was a talk about going there, yeah.
Honestly, I mean, not a bad plan. They're not gonna find me, but might be good just to make sure that no one's listening with their eyes and ears, though. That much distance, if someone's eavesdropping through them, they're gonna have to keep moving with you. Might be able to find out if Silos or someone is getting information from them.
For now, I don't know. I think we're gonna discuss the plans in the morning
Seems reasonable. All right, well,
if they're
I'm
not still
gonna.
mad at me.
He sort of looks at you and shrugs with that, uh, the very clear implication of like, this is why I'm alone. This is why I travel alone, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I'm gonna hop out before anyone hears you talking to yourself.
It's okay. It's in my head.
I know, but mostly said that as a joke. He says, and then walks over towards the window. I'll be nearby. So. And he just
Thank
sort of,
you.
no, thank you. And good luck.
You too.
And he opens the window, backs out, adhering to the side of the wall basically as he does so. Closes the window behind him. It latches itself, and he disappears. Not like from your sight, but like steps out of your view, immediate view.
Mm.
Meanwhile, on the fair,
Mm-hmm.
you
I
find
walk
Nashka.
down, walk right up to the bar, get a drink, walk over to where Najka is, sit down.
Are you
Are you
spending?
talk to?
Are you spending 5 copper, 1 silver, or 2 gold on this drink?
That is actually a good question. I need to see how much I have.
Just
I
fiddling
need
with
to
this
go over to
giant
my
fuck-off
other
cannon.
character sheet on D&D Beyond to see how much I have because I forgot to transfer one thing.
Ha ha! Ha ha!
Naishka's just sort of fiddling with this
I have
giant
256
cannon-sized
gold.
rifle, just oversized bore caliber with like a tripod mount.
60 gold and 5 silver. Sorry, what was the most expensive amount?
2 gold.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you got a bottle of elven wine. Just
Cool. Plop. I grab that in a glass. Think about it for a second. Hand the glass back, and then walk over. Sit down. Open the bottle. Have you talked to Davina yet? No greeting, no nothing like that. Just straight into it.
I mean, I gave her a bit of a conversation, a bit of a lecture on the way back. I wasn't going to be that harsh on her, but I sort of laid out why this was a
Good.
stupid plan.
Good. I'm glad you weren't. I'm glad you did that because I was too angry. That girl's not right now.
Not any of us.
that girl ain't
No,
right.
no. Sorry.
Wet cough that you heard in the distance.
There's
Are any of us spitting up water?
So he takes a big drink. All right, so when we all got together, you're right. None of us were right, but we have a baseline from there, right?
She shrugs as her veins slightly pulse with glow.
Yeah, that's your fucking baseline. Your baseline is that. Tenebris's baseline is that whole thing. Grouper's baseline is
Stilts.
anyways, let's ignore that point. The point is there was a baseline of okay versus not okay. Relative to everything else, because none of us are okay. You are correct.
All right, continue.
Davina's readings have gone through the roof in terms of bad.
All right. What are you proposing to do about it?
I don't know. But somebody needs to be aware of this beyond just me. And there's no nice way to put this. Grouper will try to fix the problem. And I don't think it's fixable right now. And any attempts to fix it are going to make it worse.
All right, describe to me the problem.
I don't think she trusts us.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. If anyone tried to act on that, it would just make her distrust them more.
Exactly.
Because then, how did
And
they
I
know
will
that she doesn't
I will
trust them?
detail the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. If anyone tried to get her to trust them more, she would just wonder how they knew that she didn't trust them, and then she'd distrust them even further.
It would spiral into badness. But somebody needs to be aware of this beyond me.
Fair enough. I think the only thing that we can do at that point is give her space.
But not too much space.
Honestly, too much space is probably better than not enough. Because if we give the genuine implication that it's all right if she does her own thing, she'll start to question what we would be trying to keep her from doing.
Maybe. So this is going to shock you, I'm sure, but I've become a paranoid person in the last several years.
You don't fucking say.
And if somebody is, we want to keep the same level. Because backing off is a change in behavior. That's bad. And also, if we spend more time, and I know you're not saying that we give her days, days and days and days on her own, but the more time that we're out of sight, the more time she's going to be wondering, what are they doing?
Yeah, but at the same time, if she's afraid that we're like keeping an eye on her or trying to watch her every move, the more
That's
time we
already
spend with her, the more she's gonna feel that way.
that's already happening. So I'm not as concerned about that. No, we don't want to be looking over her shoulder. Again, this is why I'm telling you and not Grouper. We're just gonna have to not keep an eye on her, but be aware if anything be aware of her habits, be aware of those reactions while keeping on that same general level of present.
I mean, it
If that
also
makes
depends
sense.
on when she started having this trust issue, because if it happened before, no, it happened before she went off on her own. That's probably why she went off on her own.
It's not hard for me to guess when it happened. Probably happened when we were talking when she and I were talking about, I wonder if all of your memories are false memories or not.
Why the fuck would you say that out loud to her?
We're not talking about me at the moment, but
You just infected
listen,
her with your own fucking paranoia.
I mentioned it in the gentlest way I possibly could because it's a valid question.
Yeah, that's why you question it and investigate it, you sneaky fucker, instead of letting her question it and spiral off the deep end.
You guys have been telling me that I need to be more open and upfront with people. You can't be mad at me when I did it and it goes wrong.
Got a point there, actually.
You can't say you have to trust people more, and then when I trust people, say, why did you do that? You should be more paranoid.
I feel like there's a line between trusting people and telling them a little bit more of what you're planning and telling the person who is a victim of trauma that their reality might not be real.
You're right. There is a line. It's very blurry, and I happen to step on the wrong side. I get that.
I thought you were about to say, and I happen to be drinking. Glug, glug, glug.
Like, I acknowledge that I fucked up. I get that. But yeah, I don't really have a continuation on that sentence.
I don't fucking.
This is what happens when you tell the paranoid people to start trusting more. They trust more, and then it comes back to blow up their face.
I mean, you told me this, which I appreciate that you trusted me enough to tell me this information.
Yes. Because you are the rational and logical one who sits back and observes.
All your face are blow up to us.
If anybody's going to notice anything about it, beyond me, it's going to be you or Byron. But
Byron off
one
to
of you is
side.
a PC and one of you is an NPC. So.
Byron off to one side, drinking silently so as to not be pulled into the conversation.
Right.
She gives him a look like you and I are going to talk about this later.
She gives you that. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm in the middle of a drink. I can't help you.
Well, no, let's be honest. It would be you or it would be the dog. And I can't talk to the dog because I'm not a druid. And that dog would 100% tell Grouper.
Yeah, the dog would absolutely tell Grouper. The dog still might tell Grouper.
Only after he tells the good goblins.
So, regardless of the recriminations, Thank you for that. I definitely needed to feel worse about this situation, by the way. This is the situation as it stands. Now you are aware. Now I'm going to go. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You can talk with the dog. Investigators get speak with animal.
Also,
Unless they change that from the
by
2014 to
by the
the
way,
2000.
at some point, I just want to remind the players
It's
that
not
this
on
was
my spell list.
It's in the level 1 investigator list in the 2024 list.
Oh, yeah, I didn't take it.
I just want to remind.
Yeah, he didn't take it. He didn't take it.
Yeah, I just want to remind the players of a thing. Y'all started to like be like, wow, this dog is weird. I wonder what's up with it. And then when you got access to your libraries, nobody cared to research it. Just as a reminder, you can still research what's up with Worm if anyone ever wants to.
Yeah. Hey, library, what the dog do?
Yeah.
Tenebris would have to get to a satisfactory ending point with his current research before he starts it on something else.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh, when was that research supposed to show up, by the way?
It did already.
Soon.
That was what the
Oh, no,
that was what caused the initial spiral.
Oh, right, yeah. That's
Yeah.
what caused that, yeah.
It did. Anyways, I know. Now you know. So now it's not just me. So when this all blows up,
I forget.
this is a bottle of wine. It is full. And I can't even go to my room right now because I don't know. I don't know if that's going to make matters worse. So I'm going to do an incredibly stupid thing, and I'm going to go for a walk while I'm drinking my elven wine.
Don't end up face first in the ditch again.
It's fine. The jail was very comfortable. I head out.
Trevian, I forget if you were here. Were you here when they set up courier services to get people's research to them?
Yes.
Did you get your research? I don't remember.
I don't have a library.
Oh, right.
My research has been in person.
You've been researching in person. That's right.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay.
Library is me and Davina.
That's it. Correct. Never mind. All right. Continue.
All I can imagine.
I mean, that's it. I walk out with my bottle of wine.
All I can imagine is during all of this, Tenebris is just in his room giving the octopus enrichment.
Giving the what?
The octopus. Did you forget that Tenebris summoned an octopus with Find Familiar?
No. I understand that. I missed the statement that you were giving the octopus something.
Giving the octopus enrichment.
Oh.
As in, like, being a good pet owner, giving the octopus entertainment and food and etc.
Okay, got it. All right. I misunderstood what that was and was very confused.
Making sure the octopus has things that it finds entertaining and make sure it is being enriched.
Do we need to fade to black that scene before it even begins?
That's where my brain was going, and I was very confused. Anyways, to be fair, due to trauma and various other events in my life, the shortcut between dopamine and sex in my brain is very short. So,
look, Larry could let you fuck the bear. Why not fuck an octopus?
That's why it's called being hypersexual, folks. Anyways,
yep.
So, Nashka, what you doing?
I mean, she kind of established, like, we kind of need to give space, but, like, not seem like anything is dramatically different, so she goes back to working on her gun and starts and, like, has a private conversation with Firen about how the fuck are we doing anything about this.
So, I mean, if you ask Firen about it, he might have ideas. What do you ask Firen?
Like, adjusting the sights on the rifle. I don't know. What the fuck do you think?
Well, I mean, sounds like the girl could probably use a spa day. You know, someplace to relax and unwind and stop looking for ghosts in every shadow around your shoulder.
That assumes that she'll actually do that and not just look for ghosts in every shadow.
I mean,
spa,
you know,
yeah.
gotta get a well lit one then, you know. Go to the morning go to a church of the morning Lord, where see if their hot springs are available, you know, that sort of thing.
Problem is, if we do it just for her, she'll get suspicious, which means everyone needs a spa day.
I mean, I could use a spa day.
All right, fucking bathing episode it is.
I love that this was like just because Byron wanted a spa day.
It's 100% what it is.
Brought this up.
How can I use this situation to be to get exfoliated?
Look, the man doesn't get an opportunity to have a spa day very often. When he sees an opportunity that will benefit others and himself, he will put it forward, which he did. You know, I'm pretty certain actually there's in the temple ward, I'm pretty certain. Let me pull up my book here so I can remember what all gods there are in Taldore.
Yeah, lots
Oh,
of
like-
them.
All I can think of is a spa day, like a Roman bath, and you just see Tenebris
Everlight
laying face down.
probably.
Actually, no,
Just-
it's because spa days are for lovers. There's
Changebringer.
I mean, yeah,
I'm
but they're
pretty
also
cer-
renewal.
I'm pretty certain there's one of those joint ventures between the lawbearer and the wild mother, round by the round by the Wild Arbor, where Grouper's been hanging out a lot. That is basically sort of a natural hot spring that the druids take care of, and has like a lawbringer associated spa attached to it. Might be a good place that's at least going to have some level of security. Because yes, the lawbringer and the wild mother are in a loving lesbian relationship. For anyone that didn't know that.
Shall we go check it out then?
Sounds good to me. Let me get my rubber duck. Because you know he has one.
Oh yeah.
Because nothing says confident in your own image as a man like having a rubber duck. Especially when you're a paladin.
Yep.
It's the bathing equivalent of the Chronicles of Riddick teacup. I'm drinking tea. And yes, I will kill you with a teacup.
With my teacup.
Underrated movie.
Quite honestly, some of Vin Diesel's best acting in that movie.
I know people like Pitch Black and Riddick better, and those are probably better films. That one is the one that understands how ridiculous the whole Riddick saga is.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like, let's put the heels on and click our way straight to Vin Diesel Oz, folks.
Sometimes you just want camp, and that movie is camp. That movie
It
is
is
so
the
camp.
campiest.
That movie is so camp. There's a Renaissance fair around it.
Yeah. That movie is camp enough that it needs to be a theme on Drag Race.
That movie is so camp. It led to Dame Judi Dench playing D&D for the first time.
Fucking. Yep.
Because Vin Diesel wanted to play D&D with Dame Judi Dench. Because why wouldn't you want to play D&D with Dame Judi Dench?
Yes. No explanation needed.
Anyways. Yeah, so you...
Be like playing D&D with Helen Mirren.
Oh, God.
Right?
Actually, quite honestly, the celebrity that the well-known celebrity that I want to play D&D with is Sam Witwer. Because that man is a fucking nerd and also built like a brick shithouse, so he's nice to look at.
You're not wrong. I feel like Jesus, why am I not thinking of his name right now? Superman.
Which one?
You know who I mean.
Cavill. Henry Cavill.
Cavill. Henry Cavill.
Cavill.
I mean,
Also a giant nerd, and don't get me
would-
wrong, I love Sam Witwer, but slightly better to look at.
I would take both. Both is good.
Yeah, Henry Cavill was one of the ones
How
that
am
came
I
to mind for
supposed to
me.
respond to that in a way that's appropriate, Sen?
I don't know. I wasn't.
Adam Driver's also there for me.
Ah!
I made the realization that V from Devil May Cry 5 would be played by Adam Driver in the live action
Oh,
version.
yeah, he absolutely will. He looks like Adam Driver.
And Dante would be played by Keanu Reeves.
I like Adam Driver as a performer. I'm gonna be honest, something about his look doesn't do it for me.
Is it the
He's
fact that
on my
he's
list.
literally built like a fridge?
No, it's not that. It's the face. Something about the face is just a little bit off.
He's got a
It's
very
the Robert Pattinson problem.
yeah. He's got a very oddly proportioned face, which is good for some
Right.
people and not good for others, and that's fair.
Yeah, and I acknowledge Pattinson and Driver are incredibly attractive people who I just don't
Benedict
aesthetically
Cumberbatch.
vibe with.
Benedict Cumberbatch is another person that has like either you love him or he's not just not your vibe.
Oh, that's a list for me.
Mhm.
That's a list person for me.
Similarly, he's got it's the face is oddly proportioned in a way that is
Yeah.
appealing to some and not to others.
Yep. 100%.
Anyways, that tangent aside, Najka and Fyron, go check out the hot springs, and yes, they are indeed. There is indeed a rejuvenating spa, basically, that is available, free for adherence to the Wild Mother and the Lawbringer. It's like a 5 silver entrance for everyone else. And yeah, it's a full service spa, complete with your choice of massage from either druid, wild shifted or not, or wild shaped or not, or they have a professionally trained. Oh God, what is the creature? Hang on. Yeah, they have a trained roper, that also gives massages.
It seems like it would be a weird massage.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. You do you, Roper, but
Everyone that takes the roper package seems to enjoy it.
Define
that's
adherent
their king.
of a particular god, especially for people who are polytheistic.
I mean, adherent is like you attend the local temple and have given tithes. and
Okay,
things
yeah.
like
So
that.
yeah, you are specifically a member of the local parish of that god.
Right, yeah. There are like, you've done your tithing, basically.
Yeah. Because Najka's polytheistic, she pays homage and worship to all of the gods in the situations that they are relevant.
Yes, you have not been giving to the local lawbringer temple, though, which means that
Yeah, I have not attended any local lawbringer sermons or anything.
But yes, there is indeed a lovely spa with rejuvenative waters and massages available. And Najka, as the asterisk leader of the group, it has been a while since you've all just relaxed in any capacity.
Yeah, it has. So she'll see if she can arrange a spa day, like actually like set a time and like pay for it ahead of time.
Yeah, easily enough.
She will do that.
Do you want to reserve the spa for the group alone, or do you want to just have it as getting your spa day while other people are also getting their spa day? The price changes.
Yeah, say what's the price for reserving?
5 gold ahead. So 5 gold ahead for just, or sorry, 5 silver ahead for just spa day. If you want the temple, if you want the complex privately, it's 10 gold per person.
80 gold. Yeah, she can do that.
That one will be in the evening, basically like a
Or
couple days
90
ahead.
gold.
In a couple, Fire and Elvira, Good Goblins, one,
That's
two,
4, 5,
three.
6.
Grouper, Tenebris, and Davina.
So 9. Did I count that right?
Yes.
Yeah, so 90 gold. She can do that.
Yeah, it'll be a few days ahead of time, like a few days away from here, from now, so that they can, make sure everything's booked properly and cleared out. But yeah, in the evening, in a couple of days, you will have the combination Wild Mother Lawbringer Spa complex to yourselves, and plus the masseuses. There is an additional. It is an additional 5 gold if anyone wants a massage from the roper. And if you want a druid and a specific wild shape, that's up to negotiation between you and the druid.
Yeah, she will leave that up to the people at the time. She'll be willing to pay for it, but that's up to people who want it.
All right, you go back and let
She
everyone
can
know.
make the money she just spent back in a day of work anyway.
You can go back and let everyone know. Hey, in a couple days we're all gonna go to the spa and relax.
Yeah, she will pointedly let everyone know.
How do you let Davina know? Since that's
yeah, I mean, at a certain point, she just knocks on the door.
You just hear scribbling. Yes.
Come in.
What? Yeah, you can come in.
Open the door. Step in. Hey there.
Hi.
Everyone's been through hell the past couple of days, yourself included.
Sorry.
It's not your fault.
It kind of is. Go on.
Anyway, it's been a while since any of us had a chance to relax. So, Byron and I had a conversation, and we've gone out and arranged a spa day for everyone. In a couple of days, we'll have a nice bathhouse in the list location district of the city.
Temple Ward.
In the Temple Ward. Have the place to ourselves for an evening.
Why?
As a day to fucking relax, because all of us have been through hell, and it's been a long time since we just fucking relaxed.
Okay.
Just letting you know, letting everyone else know.
Write something down. Okay.
Make an insight
Anyway.
check, Johnny.
Fucking dice.
Yeah, no. Davina really just needs to relax.
She's not reading into it at the moment because she knows she's not good at that, especially when Davina's being cagey and she knows she's being cagey.
There.
She's in a cage.
Yeah. When you're in a cage, can't help but be cagey. Despite all my rage, I am still a Davina in a cage.
That's not flow.
No.
Like,
That lyric comes to mind anytime the cage is mentioned.
like sometimes you have to sacrifice flow for making a point.
Let me know if you need anything or if there's anything that comes up. I'll be here somewhere. I've got to build things and do work and such.
All right.
Is there anything anyone wants to do over the next couple of days?
Nashka does more work, as she
Obviously,
is
yes.
wont to do.
Tenebris goes back to the library.
Doing more research.
I am keeping going as I'm going.
Alcohol.
So, no, not just that. In fact, look, it's been a rough few days.
Exactly. That's why I went to the
But no, like, because honestly, as it currently stands, we were. Ella is very mission oriented as a rule, and we don't have an active mission right now beyond looking into the finances stuff, which is we're waiting on that information, if I remember correctly.
You were still looking into it when Davina went missing.
Okay. Well, then there we go.
So, are you doing more investigation there?
I'm going to do more investigation into that.
I mean, investigation check.
Oh
is
right, yeah.
advantage.
Nashka and Davina have been intending to actually go down into the underwalk war
Nashka.
ourselves.
Yeah,
Fair,
no,
yeah.
that
Yeah.
I feel like that's a
You mean
lost
Ella,
cause
not
at this
Davina.
point.
Yeah,
But
Nashka and Ella.
still gonna do it. Investigation, you said?
With advantage, because we're
With
going to assume that you're
advantage?
using your contacts and your friends to get information.
Mm-hmm. And hold on just a second here. All right, so it is a +7 to this because of Uncanny Hunch. $15.
You only rolled once with advantage, so roll again.
Oh, yeah, sorry. 22.
All right, 22. So you had found out a little bit before, so we're just gonna go back over what you found out and plus a little bit extra. Previously, it had been determined that most likely they were getting their funding through private donors and
Right.
auctions and things like that, and fundraising events, because they didn't seem to be operating with any one bank or banking organization or moneylender or anything like that, and that you were able to find. Looking through some more information as you're sort of like approaching it from a different angle over the next couple of days and asking more specific questions in more specific areas, you find that basically what seems to happen is that they funnel their money through private donors and fundraising and the like, um, and and effectively end up with sort of a zero net gain by spending that money back out almost immediately on a variety of things. And through a little bit of extra clever investigation and sort of following the money trail, you find that basically what they do is all the fundraising that they get, they pay their legitimate employees, and then they buy equipment that they can then resell at cost.
Right.
In order to completely
They're money laundering.
Yeah, in order to completely launder the money. There's no launder the money trail. And it seems like a lot of their resale business is in imports and exports. So a lot of it is going to port towns. There it seems like that it definitely that's the wrong one. It definitely travels through Westruun as it goes from from one direction to another. But word on the street is that if you're looking for if you're looking for large sums of like sort of a large scale money laundering endeavors in Taldore, you're looking at Iman.
Right.
You're looking at Dagger Bay. You're looking at possibly still Ben, but more likely some one of the various like sort of pirate colonies in the Riven Mist Jungle, and then from there it is basically just going out to Marquette and Wildmount and then coming back. So weapons are going out, money's coming back. Weapons, technology, armor, like whatever it is that any given like country needs, they are shipping out and then selling at cost and then getting that money back. And so if you're looking to put a dent in their finances, given what you know, you are going to want to try. You're going to want to make your way to one of those port towns and start knocking over warehouses, or find out who it is that's sailing their shit out to either Marquette and Wild Mountain. Deal with that.
Mm-hmm. Dope.
But yeah, it's definitely like that. Definitely, some of it is running through Western. Some of it's also running through Kymel. It looks like. It sounds like. But it seems like from what you're gathering, it seems like money gathers in Western and Kymel and then goes to a port.
Right.
Either if it gathers in Western, it's probably going to end up bouncing back from Wildmount, and if it gathers in Kymel, it's probably going to end up bouncing back from Marquette. Is what it tends to look like it is happening based on what you're finding.
How many days of work does Nashka get before the spa day?
2.
E.
So yeah, it definitely seems like you're not going to be able to attack their income at the source. If you want to attack their income, you're going to want to attack it at the distribution center.
Yep.
Do you?
I mean, this fits for my regular push to get us to Amon. So,
do you feed any of that information to the Cobalt Soul?
yes, I would. I absolutely would.
Okay.
I will let whoever it is.
Expositor Zarathustra?
Yes. We'll
Yeah.
let them know, and I'm hopeful. I'm hoping to get us to Amon. We'll see how that goes, but
the expositor lets you know that she's actually expecting a message from Rook. So before wait to leave until you hear from her, basically, because Rook will A, want this information, and B, might have more.
Okay.
She says probably a couple days. Rook does.
Okay.
She doesn't know if Rook's going to come to Western, but at the very least, there'll be a message coming.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like I'm in trouble.
Well, as a couple days pass by and you all get ready to go have a relaxing day at the spa, that's where we're going to take our break for the week. So those of you watching live, please stay tuned for these commercial messages. Remember, when we take our break, you take yours. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, do whatever you do. We'll be back in just a few minutes. And we're back. A dinosaur story. All right, yeah. So the fated day comes, and do you all go to your private evening at the spa?
Yes.
Yeah.
Reluctantly, yes.
Actually, a little reluctantly, but yes.
All right, you all go to the spa. How many of you opt for a massage? And of those of you that opt for a massage, do you wish for a druid normal, a druid special, or the roper?
Explain to me what the roper is again.
A roper is
Uh,
it's a land squid basically.
Yeah, a roper is a aberration that normally disguises itself as a stalactite or a stalagmite, and it has a bunch of like extrudable tentacles that it can like reach out like a squid.
And apparently this one is a trained masseuse.
Okay, so it's not somebody tying you up like I had
No.
imagined.
No, it is
That said, how into hentai is your character?
that may or may not
Probably
inform your decision
not.
making.
Because it's a conical rock with tentacles. Like, I will take a massage from a not to hate on people who have specific inclinations, but from a normal druid.
Fair enough. There is a tiefling that is the same size and proportion as Garnet from Steven Universe that will give you a massage.
Yep, that tracks.
Because I think it's the funniest
Sorry, I
option.
need a reference for this. Oh, okay, fair.
That's
I've never
Tenebrous.
seen Steven Universe,
fair. That's fair.
so
All
Tenebrous.
hips.
And like, there's the meme that's like, would you like the apple or the bees at Applebee's? And someone says bees question mark.
Ah, yes, the bees.
It's like would you like a massage from a druid, a wild shape druid, or a roper? And Tenebrous is like, roper question mark,
all
because he
right.
doesn't know what a roper is.
Checked off.
oh no.
Because I don't feel like Tenebrous has any reason to know what a roper is.
All of you, very quickly, Davina, what option would you select if you are getting a massage?
Normal druid.
Okay, Nashka.
Noshka's just gonna get a normal massage.
All right. All of you can make me a Constitution saving throw, Tenebrous with advantage.
Con
20.
16.
8.
9.
You all get expert massages from your massage. Tenebrous, at first it's terrifying because you lay down on the massage table and are then no longer on the massage table as you are suspended in the middle of the air, covered in tentacles. But this roper is an expert masseuse, and by the time it puts you back down, any muscle that was previously capable of holding tension is no longer doing so. You are functionally a puddle of meat. And the most relaxed you've ever been. If you got less than a 10 on the con save, you are having difficulty standing up after the massage. You are so relaxed. If you rolled higher than a 10, you got an excellent massage, but you still maintain control of your limbs. I
do not mind not having control of my limbs.
Tenebrous and Elefera are helped into the rest of the spa day. Eventually, as you are taken through and pampered and cleaned and taken care of, you all eventually end up in the communal hot spring area where you are able to just sort of Just float.
I mean, it
and
tracks that
relax.
Nashka was fine after a massage, considering she's an Amazon with veins of lava.
We will unpack what that means for Ella Fair's kinks later.
You got your massage came from a Goliath who was completely unfazed by by A, your size, and B, the lava, which was very nice because she was able to get an elbow right into your spine where you needed it, and that
Very nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I imagine most of her tension is like right in the center of her shoulders because she's a blacksmith, and it's that
Oh yeah,
repeated
yeah.
up and
Center
down
shoulder
motion of
and
her
up and down
arms.
the spine because that's your support column for your armor.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, you get a giant whose hands feel like stone, and is exactly what you need. Goliath, rather. But yeah, you all get an excellent massage and end up in various states of able to move, sitting around the communal hot tub or hot tub area to finish the remainder of your relaxation. Davina, with the 16, this is the most relaxed you've felt in years.
Do I trust it?
You kind of can't help but trust it.
Okay.
Like you are relaxed enough that you are having difficulty you know how when you get to a certain level of exhaustion you sort of have difficulty holding thoughts. You are at a level of rest where you are having difficulty holding stress. Like you're not even thinking about whether or not anything else is real right now. You are just sort of in the zone, being relaxed for the first time in probably over 5 years.
Okay.
It's like your entire body was a clenched fist and you didn't realize it until just now when you let go. And yes, this not only does this spell treatment give you all the equivalent of a long rest, it also gives you you also get a benefit that you probably will not necessarily need to use mechanically, but functionally for the next 24 hours, you have resistance to poison. You have resistance to poison and the poison condition, or advantage on saves against the poison condition. You have resistance to psychic damage, and you have advantage on saving throws against being charmed, and against being
Frightened.
you're immune to being frightened.
Well, there go my plans to poison and magically seduce everybody.
Like I said, not that you'll necessarily use it mechanically, but for the next 24 hours, you have
Right.
a very nice day. Any conversations that happen while you're all relaxing? Given that you still haven't solidified your plans for what to do next.
Right. So not to talk work while we're, not working. I know it's so out of character for me, but do we have a plan?
I mean, I feel like the plan was already kind of settled on starting the journey out once we have all of our information gathered around here and we've done all the investigation we can.
Right, but it's a big world. Are we going to Amon? Are we going to, because from what I managed to uncover the last couple of days.
Oh, there's also I forgot, and that means you guys probably forgot. There's also there was a request to have you guys go and investigate some ruins that the
Yeah,
Fortune
the
I remember.
House.
Explorer.
That's why we're traveling with the relic seekers.
No.
No,
Other
outside
direction.
of Western, the
It's-
expositor was investigating and
Yeah,
wants
the
us to
the
dive into them.
expositor asked if you guys could go check out the pre-calamity ruins south of Turst Fields.
Oh, right, yeah.
there wasn't a time limit on that though, so that was just the
Right.
request.
Yeah, from what I figured out when I've been able to figure out, if we want to fuck up the torch bearers, we want to hit their distribution centers on the coasts.
Sounds, yeah. I mean, Iman's one of those.
It is.
Speaking of things that aren't directly related to the torchbearers, do we want to hit out the Calamity Ruins? I say not directly because, of course, Calamity Ruins are what they're looking for, but still.
I mean, you were asked to
Right.
investigate it because they were spotted there,
Yeah, but not because they are currently there.
right?
And this is sorry, this is south of
South of the Turst Fields, which is immediately you take the road east out of Stillben, and then it curves and it eventually will turn north towards Turst Fields, and at that point you want to turn south.
Oh, I see where it is. Yeah.
You, because I'm still on the city map.
I'll put you all
I'm
on
I'm
Tal'Dorei
looking
map.
at the map out of Roll20.
Ah, okay.
I will. I'm on the. I just put you all on the Tal'Dorei map. And let me just grab a thing.
Yeah,
to
it
mark.
is. We're talking there.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
if
it's
we want,
right
we can
there.
head east along the Parchwood until we have to turn off to those Calamity Ruins.
If the fuckers were there, then it's at least worth seeing. They might not be there now. It's at least worth seeing what they found.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Blah 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 blah.
Sorry, run that one by me again, Tenebris.
Oh. Sorry, go ahead.
It's just bubbling from Tenebris face down in the hot spring.
Yeah, which is why when you like emit bubbles, she's like, run that one by me again, Tenebris.
Yep.
Tenebris says it again, and it still just sounds out garbled because he's underwater.
You want to emerge from the water and try that again.
He doesn't have control of his body.
Right. It's like reach over, lean him back.
Going there is probably a good idea. And if what Ella says is true, they might be heading with it to Stilben to
Yeah.
send it off somewhere. Because that's the nearest port. I think. It's the closest one I see.
Yeah.
On the map.
I will say Rook is supposed to be in town in a couple of days. So,
I mean, the
or
question
no,
now arises
actually,
of
Rook is supposed to be in town at any moment at this point because there's a couple of days. I was told a couple of days.
yeah. So I mean, once we hear from Rook, we set off in a direction.
Yep, they can probably give a little bit more insight.
And I mean, at this point, I will have to question, for the DM, how long are the relic seekers willing to wait on us?
They're not busy. Yeah, if you're gonna go one direction before coming back, they still have shit to do here. So
Fair enough.
To be honest, I'm
They
not.
don't work on the adventurer's time scale.
no.
Yeah, I'm not super keen on if we have to follow this back to Stilben.
I think we might
I don't
just want
want
to
to
see what's
fucking
in the
go.
ruins and if there's any trail that leads anywhere. And if it does lead to Stilben, we can let the expositor that asked us to look into it know.
Correct. I do not want to go back to Stilben.
I think we hear what Rook has to say, We go investigate those ruins. We come back to Western. We head out with the relic seekers out towards Kymel and the ruins of the Ivyheart thicket.
And then eventually make our way to Amon.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan to me.
I'm not opposed to that. You had worse plans.
Anyone got a better idea?
Sounds fine to me.
Sounds like a
Insight
fair
check
idea.
our
Go ahead.
Natchka will
uh,
try. Why not? She was alerted to the issue.
it's been long enough, although it's been a few days. We've already got along with, so that will be a 23 because I use Uncanny Hunch.
All right. What's your passive deception? Holly?
Hold on, looking.
10 plus your deception score.
Yeah, 12.
So yeah, I guess what are you trying to get off of Davina's statement?
I think I'm just trying to get an emotional read, general reaction to the plan.
Holly, how
Where is Davina right now? You know,
Her head is
all
not
of that
there.
shit.
Honestly, like I know as a character you can't like read this. What's going through her head right now is I need to talk to Hawk about this. I wonder if Hawk thinks this is a good plan. I wonder if he would recommend us go anywhere else. I wonder if he wants to come with us.
Yeah, so she's preoccupied with thoughts that are like she's definitely listening, but she's got like another monologue or something running on in her head, basically.
Okay. Cool. I call no attention to it.
Right. And
I see many insight rolls
Najka is also able
without
to tell that.
there. I
Yeah,
see many
Najka
insight
is
rolls
kind of-
without reaction, without proactive action tied to them in the future.
Natchka kind of notes it and leans further back into the spa. There's slightly more steam around her than around anyone else.
Yeah, but weirdly, the water doesn't get significantly hotter.
No.
But yeah.
So
solid,
how are
solid.
we all doing?
I had knots in my shoulders that I didn't realize I could have, and they're gone now, so that's nice.
I'm relaxed.
I learned what a roper is.
Good for you.
Tenebris, learning life lessons every day.
Might be the wrong life lesson because that was a trained roper, and now if you think a wild one's just going to give you a massage, you're going to be in for a bad time.
I don't know. It seems like this roper just picked him up and started doing things with tentacles, and that seems pretty applicable to a roper in the wild too. It's just the results are going to be a lot worse.
Your results may vary. User discretion is advised.
So I just have to say this has nothing to do with this game. But so we got our ballots for latest election. And for Tualatin Valley Water District Commissioner position 3, there's a person who's named Jim Duggan who's running. And I can't not vote for them just based on the name.
I don't even know what position that is, like governmentally speaking, but that
Water district, yeah, it's a commissioner for our local water district. I'm just hoping he walks into meetings with a 2x4, yells "ho" and hits people with them. Also, I would actually check other people, check and see what the positions are compared to other people. But he's literally the only person running for that position. So
Well, there you go. Less like less that you're voting for him for that reason alone, and more that you're voting for him
exactly,
for
like
that in addition
if
to
it
other
was
reasons.
if it was like he was running against like another another person, 2 3 people, I'd be like, all right, well, let me see what his actual condition positions are.
He was running unopposed. I mean,
Like, what am I gonna do? Write in
Right in yourself.
You can always
Steve from down the street.
write in Barney, the dinosaur.
Right in your roommate.
I would not want to put them through that.
Fair.
No.
Who? The government through Barney, or your roommate through the government?
Yes.
I'd put the government through Barney in several different definitions of that term.
Why would you say something like that? Now my head is trying to figure out how you do that.
You know how they've got the horror movie thing where they always play like a child's song, but it's like pitched down a key and slow. I love you, you love me, we're a happy family.
See, no, that's not where my mind went. My mind went like, you're putting the government through Barney, so if the government is represented by like the Capitol building, it has to go through Barney one direction or the other.
Uh-huh. My statement
I mean,
stands.
Barney is
A
canonically
dinosaur.
established as like a deific being.
He's a deified
So
dinosaur.
you're saying he can take the Capitol building up his ass?
What I'm
Probably,
saying,
yes.
yeah, what I'm saying is that you're gonna open the door, get on the floor, and everyone's gonna walk the dinosaur.
Anyway. Moving on.
Thanks, I hate it. All right, yes, moving on.
All right. So the plan
Yeah.
is see what's up with Rook. Head out.
No, not see what's up with Rook, because we never get to find out what's up with Rook. Have Rook show up and give us orders and then accept them.
Head out to the pre-colony ruined Salvatore fields, and then solve from there.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Any other conversations you want to have while you are relaxing in the hot tub or springs?
Nope, I am
Nope,
mostly
nope.
being observant.
All right. Eventually, your time is up. You all clean up and get out. Some of you with resistance because, damn, that was a good massage.
That's also true. I'm also not moving much.
And yeah, you start to head back. As you
the one thing Notchka will say is, you all need to start telling me what you want me to build for you, because you all could have better kit, and that's kind of my thing.
I mean, I could.
Yeah, I think
I am perfectly fine with what I have.
Always be better.
firing will run out. I think you can make this hammer hits things a bit harder, just because, I mean, it feels like it's not quite pulling its weight, as it were.
Oh, hi.
I think maybe the sword part is holding it back. You just scrap that and make it, more hammer, I think.
I mean,
Nashka,
if you got no intent of using it as a sword, I can make it all the hammer you need.
Nashka, look at this fit. You can't mess with perfection.
It's a shame I'm not looking at it.
Also, yeah, to be fair, you can't really update. You could update Elifira's offhand dagger so that it actually
I mean,
does a
I
decent amount
finished
of
the
damage.
book. I can in fact update her sword.
Yeah. You can also update the armature now.
Oh, I was just
Updated.
thinking of the. I was just thinking you were talking about the armor, but
I mean that too, but like I can make your weapons better, I can make your armor better.
so okay. Jeremy is saying this, understanding that meta-wise, that's how it works, and it's fine. Ella says, "You're very good, Nashka. I don't want you fucking with pre-calamity technology that I'm gonna be wielding." That's not an insult. I'm not trying to denigrate you. I'm just saying.
Don't want to press the wrong button and have it stab me in the eyes.
Right.
I mean, it's your loss.
It is. I'm okay with that loss because I'm good enough with this as it is.
Um, what were you saying, Driven?
I was going to comment before Ella's point about not wanting the pre-calamity tech modified. It's like could always change it so mechanically it can change elemental damage type in less than a action. Get it to be like a bonus action to change it.
I mean, you know that the armature weapons aren't finished. There are a number of pre-calamity facilities out there that have more upgrades for the armature.
Yep. I can make modifications that weren't intended, but there's probably intended upgrades to make them better as well.
But yeah, as you are all heading back, once you all get out of the baths and head back, um, at some point, go ahead. Everyone, give me a perception check.
Jesus Christ, Holly.
Not my fault.
That's the type of rolling I expect from Jeremy.
Davina
I
is the
feel like
last
it
one
kind
to
of
notice.
is.
Davina is the last one to notice. But Tenebris and Najka notice first, shortly followed by Elifera, when that Rook has been walking beside Elifera for at least a block before anyone noticed.
There you are.
Stop.
Not much. Just here to debrief you and figure out what you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Only after the conversation starts that Davina realizes they're there.
Wait, what? Oh. Hi.
You hear people talking. You look over. You're distracted. Rook has joined you guys apparently at some point. So yeah, you debrief Rook on what's been going on. She lets you know that she's been pursuing more information about the inner circle, like leadership behind the torchbearers. Has not
Okay.
found a headquarters or anything like that, but she gets the suspicion that they move headquarters regularly. She notes that she had received reports of a person matching Silas Reshen's description, having been seen in multiple port cities, but never in any inland cities. Across Taldore, which she'll point
That
out.
fits with her plans.
Which she'll point out means that if they have a headquarters, it's probably mobile. It might be on a ship. Or at the very least, that particular individual is on a ship, moving around. So her basically the only thing that she's got for you at the moment is next time you're in a port city, check out the warehouses, see if you can find anything, see if you can find any information on a ship a ship owned by the Torchbearers that seems to frequently have VIPs on it, and then let her know what you
Sounds
find.
good. Okay.
Do you have any questions for her before she takes off?
I'm trying to think. Anybody else? Um,
Davina, any questions for Rook, the person that broke you out of the thing?
No,
All right,
don't know if I can trust Rook. No questions.
fair.
This mind's a very paranoid place right now.
I do feel like there's a new person that is significant to Davina's life that has been introduced. I would insight check that. So I'm just gonna be rolling insight for the next 17 sessions, like
Sure,
every
go ahead.
15 minutes. 21.
Yeah, you can tell that Davina is not comfortable around
Which is
Rook right now.
understandable.
Davina, make me an insight check.
19.
You have been keeping this information to yourself because you know no one else can see him because he doesn't want them to see him. But shortly after Rook arrived, Hawk also had arrived and was just sort of he had let you know that he was nearby, and he was like sort of not tailing but walking parallel to the group. And the 19 insight is on him. Honestly, Rook is the person that he mistrusts the least, it seems. Like, he's pretty confident Rook's fine. You're not certain why, and he doesn't really elaborate on that much. But just you get a sense from him because I assume that the two of you are psychically connected.
Yeah, she will set up, she will just say, when I get a chance or when I can be alone, I want to talk to you.
Sure.
Right now, I don't trust Rook.
But yeah, he you just get a sense from him that he pretty thoroughly trusts Rook.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I will then would it have, knowing that Rook was on the way, would it have been possible for me to have prepared like a written message that I could
yeah, absolutely.
pass on?
You and her have ways of getting coded messages to each other.
Yes.
Like, it wouldn't even need to be something that you would hand directly to her. You would have put it down.
Okay.
Like, whenever she breaks off, you would just put it like in a notch in a wall, knowing that
Cool.
she'll circle back around to pick it up.
Okay. I will have left a message with the concerns about potential splody psychic.
Yep. Yeah.
And sort of information, all the information related to that.
After like a few moments of after she breaks off and heads a different way, you feel that weight of a message manifesting in your pocket. In those tiny little encoded scrolls, you pull it out, unscroll it, translate it in your head. Take a second to translate it in your head, and it basically says that she'll look into locating all the people that escaped from the lab that she busted.
Okay, cool.
So that's the task that she's on.
Cool.
All right, but yeah, you all head back to the inn. Get ready to rest up and presumably head out towards the precluded ruins in the morning. Davina, you break away, and either in the privacy of your room or elsewhere, are
She wants
alone
to
with
slip
Hawk.
out of the room because
Huh?
Ella's in the room.
Yeah, you can
She's gonna slip out. Yeah.
That's fair.
give me a stealth check. Let's see how well you do.
I have that coming.
It's not the most graceful slip out, but you're pretty confident that you are quiet as a mouse. And almost as if reading your thoughts with a slight joking tone, Hawk comes over your mental link with quiet as a mouse that just slipped on a stack of dishes.
Yeah. Well, we all can't be you.
The thought of white as a mouse pops into her head, and then you just hear wet coughing.
In response to that, he goes, "Look, sorry." But yeah, you can
Yep.
go to a place where you're already not going to be
Yeah.
overheard because you're thinking to each other. But yeah,
Okay. So tomorrow we're going to, what is the location? Trying to remember
pre-calamity ruins south of Turf Fields.
okay. Yeah. The pre-calamity ruins.
Okay. So probably won't be able to follow you into those.
Okay.
I'll hang back, shadow your group, just make sure no torchbearers are following you. And if you need me, just scream psychically.
Okay. Weird.
Yeah, I hadn't really thought that one through.
Beyond that, we were talking, I'm sorry, my mind, I swear, blanked. Where were we talking about going after that? But before Amon?
I think it depends.
Kymel.
Kymel, yeah, Kymel, or
Kymel?
unless you find something more relevant in those ruins,
Yeah, mostly because Kymel's just on the way.
and
Yeah,
also
it was,
because
And also because there are ruins there that the relic seekers and the good
Correct,
goblins want to try
yes.
and visit.
we talked about going to Kymel before Amon.
okay. Well, let me know what you decide once you guys get out of the ruins, and I will head. I'll go ahead and meet you there, whichever one you end up going to.
Okay.
I'm just gonna mark. I put up another pre-calamity ruins on top of the ruins of Torthel for you guys, so you have an idea of the places that you're currently interested in going to look at.
So do you
I
think,
make I since Fire had requested just bigger hammer, I made a new weapon for him overnight.
Sent to me in Slack.
I did.
Sorry, Holly.
so do you think Rook is trustworthy?
Yeah. Uh, yeah. No, she. I find it very hard to believe that she's not, given she found a bunch of people that were being tortured, asked no questions, and just wrecked shit enough for us to get out.
Okay.
And also, if she was not trustworthy, I don't know if there's much we could do to stop her. So
Okay.
just better
I
to
just don't,
assume.
I just don't know who I can trust nowadays.
I know the feeling. I wish I could tell you who.
When did this pop up with you?
Which one?
Well, when you decided to come back.
I was a few days out on the road. Started getting a sense that I was being watched, and then I started finding torchbearers in my path. Didn't seem like a coincidence.
Okay. Oh. Well, I'm gonna get some rest.
Yep, you do that.
She will awkwardly hug him.
He'll return the hug. He'll return the hug just as awkwardly,
And she'll go to bed.
and he'll take off. All right. Any other conversations y'all want to have before you take your long rest before heading out in the morning? Sounds like a bunch of no's.
Nope. doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I'm not thinking of anything at the moment.
All right. Fair enough. So, y'all get another long rest. Your last long rest in Western for now. And yeah, you head out early morning on the Parchwood Way, heading towards Turst Fields. It's going to take. We're going to go ahead and say that this is the beginning of a week. So we're going to go ahead and do our bastion turns here because it's going to take you. No, not that. That's not what I was wanting.
As we set out, Nashka hands this giant fucking slab of a hammer to Fyron.
Oh, I think this will do just nicely. Um. Yeah, it's going to take you guys about a week to get to the ruins. So we're gonna start out. We're gonna start start off sending your messages back to your bastion. What are your bastion orders for this week, Shunny?
They have to continue crafting.
How much more times
I
on
just-
the that's armor?
1 second. Let me. I have it on my marked on my bastion. They have completed 3 out of 6 weeks on the half plate, so this will be week 4.
All right. In the barracks. Oh no, you've got armory.
No, I have a barracks. I have a barracks and a smithy.
Right.
Um,
Is your barracks full up still,
and-
or yet, or no?
That's what I'm checking now because we've done 2 recruit orders for the barracks. Each time you issue up to 4 bastion defenders recruited to your bastion and assigned to the quarters in the barracks. And each can have 12. Okay, so they can have 1 more recruit order before they have to start maintaining.
All right, so 1 more recruit there. Jeremy, you check in. Your research is finished. They can have it mailed to you wherever you want it mailed, or otherwise just keep researching stuff.
Mail or research?
I mean, they can mail to you, or just keep researching
Right.
stuff, and then you can, like.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I think send what they've got, and then new orders are. I don't know if this would qualify for a research, but I would like whatever information they can give me on smuggling organizations in Amman.
Yeah, that's something that can be researched.
Oh no, actually, I just noticed that we're already at 12 defenders, so we're full up. So the barracks maintains.
Right.
I'm looking for. Let's go a little bit more general. Let's go.
Just smugglers in Amman.
Yeah, smugglers and potential organizations, etc. in Amman.
Okay. Yeah, they'll start researching
I
that.
am looking for these motherfuckers.
Where do you want the previous research sent to you at?
We'll be back in Western. Send it to the Cobalt Reserve there.
Yeah.
They'll send it up to the Global Reserve. So that's, and your garden, I'm assuming, is making more stuff.
Yeah. How many? I have to look and see how many antidotes and shit we have. Nope, wrong one.
This will be like your third
There we
bottle of
go.
antidotes that they've got already.
I have like, no, I have 6.
There you go. Yeah. Right, because it's multiple bottles per.
Let's.
I've come to the realization of why Nashka builds all of her armors with the quick takeoff rather than the comfortable to sleep in. Is because she's eventually going to have a bunch of different suits of armors, and she's just going to be like Iron Man, stepping out of one and into another one for whatever the situation requires.
Let's go ahead and. Is it in order to actually sell some of them for financial, or is that just something that happens?
They can't sell them. You would have to sell them or give them to one of the warehouses to sell, because the warehouses are the Bastion facilities that
That's
sell.
right, right. Is that something that I have to give? Does that count as an order to send them to something? I realize that they have to do the order to sell it still.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't count as an order to send it to someone else to have them sell it.
Okay. Yeah. Then I think half of the 3 of the antitoxin are going to go to one of the places to sell.
I think
And then let's make more.
Grouper and the Good Goblins are the two that have
Goblins.
things that sell. Okay, so the Goblins will take them to sell them.
Yep.
All right.
Actually, I think in creation this time, we will go poison.
All right, making some poison.
Yep.
Tenebris. Make sure you're noting that down, Jeremy.
I am noting because obviously Jack is not here. 3 to Goblin to sell. Okay, yep. Sorry, go ahead.
Barracks is maintain, and then workshop is craft.
All right. They're still crafting the same thing, or do they move on to a new thing?
I was looking at the time that there's 3 people craft. There's 3 people in the workshop.
It still takes
And-
an amount of time, like however much time
Yeah.
it takes. Yeah.
So leather armor takes 5 days.
Yeah. Because
So
then they were crafting something new. Then I guess.
yeah,
So what are they crafting now?
some more set of leather armor.
Just keep making more studded leather.
And do you want them to
Yep.
send anything to you?
No, not currently.
Okay. Davina.
She would like them to send the research to her.
Where at?
Um,
Because you have to. It has to be delivered somewhere that you can then pick it up.
yeah, here I guess.
Is that Western? Okay.
Yeah. And then I don't know, 'cause she's not trusting anyone or anything right now on more research.
I mean, you can just issue a maintain order if you want, or have them research something innocuous. Have
Just
them
maintain.
have them
right now.
research worm if you want.
You really want us to research the dog? There's no reason that she would think to research the dog.
No, that's fair.
especially right
That's fair.
now. So, like, I did think of that, but there's no in-character
Maybe
reason.
research one of your party members.
So that was her first thought.
Oh, I love
But-
that.
But her second thought was, I can't trust anyone though. And so what if this gets back to my party members?
Right. So maintaining then.
Come on,
Uh,
undermine and investigate your party.
And your garden.
Harvest if it
Okay.
hasn't.
Yep. Harvesting more. All right. So gotta make sure you make note there.
All I can think of is
All right. Oh, go
all I
ahead.
can think of is like you have to tell either Ella or Tenebris what
What
the
orders you're giving? Yeah, because
what
they're the
orders,
ones that
yeah.
have sending.
and It's
Okay,
like
that actually is
Tenebris-
a very fair point.
Ella, tell them to research you. Anything suspicious.
All right.
You know what? I respect the paranoia. I will do that.
Is that legit?
No,
Okay,
no.
she would not actually say that to
Okay.
Ella.
All right. So then
Or
I
Tenebris.
need a D100 roll from in order. Shawnee, then Drevian, then Holly.
I have a 21.
39.
Jesus Christ, you guys.
I'm sorry, what roll?
D100.
D100.
$84.
There we
All
go.
right, so for two of you, all is well. Nothing significant happens. Johnny, roll me a D8, and Tenebris, roll me a D8.
2.
2.
Apparently, the Bastion has sprung a leak several times, but that's been fixed.
That makes sense. It's built over a water source.
Yep. Yeah, there's been a few leaks, but otherwise nothing exciting has happened in either Bastion. With an 84, you get a notification, Davina. Roll me 2d4, please. Um,
2 and 4.
so apparently, according to some of the guards and the gardener, who's sort of maintaining your bedroom and things as well, because they're right next to each other. Apparently, a family of 6 sort of had fled to the Bastion, looking for basically a safe place to stay. And they have been staying in your like open concept tent, because it's out there in the front and it's the easiest thing to sort of keep an eye on people but also be secure. And
No.
they've already moved on. But roll me a d6 real quick.
Okay.
And they left 500 gold for you, as a thank you for the place to stay. So they've got 500 gold for you whenever you get back to the Bastion, or they can send it on to you in Western if you want.
I guess send it on. I still don't trust any of this whatsoever. I bet they're working for the Dark Players.
The gardener is like, I mean, I don't think they, none of them were carrying a torch.
Davina wouldn't say that out loud.
Yeah, no, this
Alright.
is just her internal.
Fair. But yeah, you have 500 gold coming to you in Western in a bit. Everything below 50 is just all as well, but above that is interesting things. All right. Yeah, you guys are on the way to some pre-calamity ruins south of Trish Fields, and we'll pick up with that next time. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.